Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. A&M able to pull out a close one the last time they saw the Longhorns.
That was a crazy game, and we were all there. You remember that? The energy in the stadium, Bevo drooling on the sidelines. They were bragging for a long time since then, David.
And so much bad blood, different conferences, leaving each other, not playing. The feud just continues to grow.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a crease, it's Gibson. Trucks through the defender. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Manning. Makes the catch. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Green. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page, though.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Monroe. Tight end finds a soft spot. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Moses. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas 7, Texas A&M 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Monroe. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real.
And he breaks into the open. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. It's reverse. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Rich. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab at the 30. Turns it on down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Aggies.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
Big-time emotion and energy, regardless the records, when Georgia and Florida settle their scores. And, guys, here is the very latest. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
To the air. It's Manning. Working the middle. It's complete. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Oh, he tosses it back. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Moses. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Campbell. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Looking for space. It's Moses. Breaks the tackle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Monroe. He makes the connection. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Looking to throw for him. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. On the ground, it's Durham. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Here's the handoff. On the move at the 30. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolute shame. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half.
Texas.
And he's coming out of the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This time it's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Snap it to the back. Crosses the 40. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Extending the play. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And it's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving him the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball and expect to continue to get carries.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Coming after it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle. It's Durham. And the defense drags him down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Pocket start, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rich. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Texas A&M going quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Dropping back, it's Monroe. Shoots it to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
The end of the third quarter of play. The score, Texas 24, Texas A&M 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They keep attacking through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On 4th down, going to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first.
Going deep. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Looking for a man. It's Monroe. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He wants to throw here on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Green. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Aggies have their offense in high gear. He's going to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Monroe. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Tees. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. He wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Texas.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's
hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load. And
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Off play action on 1st down. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, Jesse probably will, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident in that engine, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in, and that miracle is no longer coming now.
He'll bring it out. It's Rich. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Got him downfield. At the 45 on his way. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To throw, it's Monroe. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Wants to throw on second down. Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And he avoids the tackle with the slide. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Got his man quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in deep.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick.
Set to advance on the football.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this,